My code base is older than my manager. No, seriously, he was born in 98. Our code base last updated in 1997. That's not a joke. That's a git commit timestamp. You think I'm exaggerating? We have functions written in jQuery, global variables named like x1 and banana counter. One file is called main final2, new v3 real.py, and it's the actual backend. Our docs are in a Word document, saved on SharePoint, linked from a 2007 email chain that no one can access. And the doc opens with, "This is the official architecture. Do not modify without consulting Rajiv." Who's Rajiv? Nobody knows. He left in 2013. He's a myth. He might not have even existed. You ever seen a system so old it still uses IE, only hacks? We have a style sheet that literally says CSS copy edit for Internet Explorer 6 only. Do not delete. Why is it still there? Because every time we delete it, the dashboard crashes. Why? Because we built this with vibes and now those vibes are haunted. I once tried to refactor part of the login system. Big mistake. The login function has a 400-line if-else block. Each branch labeled Yojma temporary fix, Yars legacy behavior, Yars do not touch, ask a Nuge before editing who's a Nuge. Gone. No LinkedIn, no Slack profile, just a whisper in the Git history. You know you're working on an ancient codebase when your IDE gives up and just highlights everything in red. Stack Overflow answers don't help because your tech predates Stack Overflow. One dependency is so old it's hosted on SourceForge. And when you Google the package name, the only result is a PDF from 2004. My manager once said, "Let's implement CI/CD." I said, "We can't even implement a for loop without it triggering cron jobs written in Perl." He was confused. He was born when Facebook was still the Facebook. We have bash scripts that require Python too. Our deploy pipeline is an Excel spreadsheet. One deployment step includes printing a paper checklist and ticking it manually. We don't automate, we ritualize. Sometimes I feel like Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. Except instead of treasure, I find an uncommented bash script that says, bash copy edit. Schreiner, do not run this unless it's a full moon. I once made a pull request to fix a bug. One line change. It took 19 hours to merge. Why? Because everything depends on everything. Changing the login button effects, the footer, CSS, the email template, the monthly report, and somehow the inventory count in the warehouse system. We don't have an inventory system, but the code does. My manager tries to be modern. Let's containerize it. My dude, this app won't even run on a normal Linux kernel. We're 2 glib versions away from a time paradox. We don't use Docker. We use Hope and NoHub. He once said, "Let's add unit tests." I laughed. We don't write unit tests. We write unit guesses. If the app runs, it's tested. I asked if we could upgrade the database. He said, "Yeah, we're using MySQL 5, right?" "No, we're using Oracle 9i, and it runs on a server we can't reboot because no one knows the root password. It's just been alive, silently, since 2006, like an ancient machine god." You think I'm kidding? We have shell scripts with password hard-coded in plain text. We have a production environment called prod final prod actual. We have no CI, no tests, no hope. Just 2 grep commands and a Slack channel named number urgent that is never quiet. My manager once asked me, "Why don't we migrate to microservices?" Sir, this code base is a monolith built with rage and unresolved trauma. If we tried to break it apart, it would break us apart. He said, "Let's just rewrite it." Rewrite? This isn't a book. This is an ancient scroll protected by curses and if-else statements. You can't rewrite it. You can only whisper to it. So yeah, my manager is 26. He plays paddle tennis. He uses Notion. He has a custom emoji for synergy. Meanwhile, I'm in the terminal using grep-r like a code archaeologist, trying to figure out why does deleting this one file crash production in Singapore? Thank you. This has been the Git Show, episode 10. My code base is older than my manager. If you're also maintaining a code base that came from the Mesozoic era of JavaScript, like and subscribe. And remember, it's not tech debt, it's heritage.